Hello my friends, my name is Tim Johnson. I only ever make these videos these days when I feel as though I've got something to say that may be of some use to someone out there who's perhaps struggling or is thinking about getting sober or is in withdrawal or is in the process of early recovery. And hopefully me sharing my truth and the way I'm feeling will help that person that these videos eventually reach. And just on that point, before I start talking about what I quickly want to talk about today, I think in the past, this channel's been going for sort of 3.5 years properly now. And, in the past, I think that sometimes when I was releasing videos and stuff, there was ego and self-seeking involved in some of it, which I can recognize now, because even during those sober days, during the time I was making videos on this channel, early days, I was struggling a bit and hanging on. It's only really now, over these past few months, that I've found a peace and a calmness and a joy in my sobriety that was lacking before, that was missing before. I'll talk about that in a second. But from now on, the way I want to release these videos is without me looking at, because in the past I was guilty of looking at sort of views and subscribers and likes and shares and all this sort of stuff, which is, my ego really, my self-seeking. And, that's not what this is about at all, this channel, or never has been. And when I've done that, I've hopefully, tried to rectify it. But from now on, I'm going to release these videos with a view that it really doesn't matter how many views that they get or likes or shares or whatever else. It's just me speaking my truth. And when they go out there into the virtual ether, then I trust and have faith that they will reach whoever they need to reach who is struggling. Because I've often looked at videos on here that, and I'm thinking, oh God, it's only had 100 and 150 views or whatever. And that's wrong. But then I've looked again in 6 months and it's maybe had 1,000, 2,000 views or more, because I've trusted in the process and it's reached people that it's needed to have reached. So I just wanted to say that because it's important, I think, because for me now, these are really just me being honest and truthful, and hopefully with that honesty and truth, my truth, then someone out there will get some benefit from it and be motivated maybe or inspired to maybe make some changes in their lives. But I want to talk today about the joy and peace and the gifts that sobriety will bring you. I mean, there's many videos out there, the 10 things that sobriety brings you, or whatever, the amazing life that sobriety brings you. But sober life, just like any other life, has its ups and downs. And one thing I've learned, it's okay to be okay and at peace and happy and joyful, but it's also okay not to be okay, because that will happen as well, whether you're sober or not. That's just life happening around you. And you discover that as you get older. I think that whatever you do, it's a lot of what happens to you is beyond your control anyway. And having the faith to let go of that control is really important in sobriety, and I've discovered that. And I discovered it a while back, but sort of left it behind, and I've rediscovered it again now. And for the first time, I've found this joy and this peace. So what will it give you, sobriety? I mean, immediately you stop putting a drink in your mouth or a drug inside of you. That second that you stop doing that, your body's beginning to expel it and heal. And that's difficult to get your head around sometimes, but alcohol and most drugs all drugs really, they're a poison to the body. So immediately the body, as soon as you ingest them, is in the process of trying to expel them. And so immediately it's trying to reach what you call homeostasis. It's trying to rebalance itself. Now, obviously, if you've been drinking and drugging for a long period of time, that homeostasis is not going to happen overnight. It takes a lot of work, and you have to put the effort in. And to find peace and joy and all these gifts in sobriety, they're not just going to happen for you. You have to put the work in, and you have to put the effort in, and you have to have faith in that it's going to work. And, you know, it will. If you do that and you put that effort in, you will just and it doesn't matter who you are or whatever state you're in now. If you follow the plan and put the effort in, put the work in every single day, you know, it doesn't really matter. One thing I will say though, you know, and I'll just say it now while it's in my head, that you won't be able to do it on your own. Never. I don't care who you are. And I've tried to do it on my own and it doesn't work. And I'm the first one to put my hand up and admit that. You need help. Now, where you find your help is your choice. We're all individuals. We all have beliefs. We all have different mindsets and circumstances and lives and stuff going on and all the rest of it. But where you find that help, it doesn't really matter as long as you find it. There's only one thing that's truly worked for me and which I've rediscovered lately. And I'm not really allowed to promote it, but what I say, it's attraction rather than promotion. But it's the only thing that's really worked for me. And it means whatever you do, wherever you seek help, you have to learn to give up control. You have to learn to have faith, and you have to put work in and effort in. And it's not just about all the stuff around that and the various groups you're in, whatever you belong to or whatever your circumstances are. You've got to put work and effort into your overall health, mental health, physical health, nutritional health, supplementation, all of these things. Mental health requires sometimes professional help, regardless of any group you're in or where you find to get sober. It sometimes requires you to go and see a professional and deal with stuff in your past, which is you're unable to deal with via any group or just talking to people or sharing. What I will say, what I've found certainly in the last couple of months, for instance, is a friendship, because loneliness halts, obviously. Hungry, angry, lonely, tired plays a massive part when you're clinging on. You can be a dry drunk, if you like, you know, clinging on for years to sobriety. But all the time, you know, you're just clinging on by your fingertips and you're not finding any peace or joy. You're wondering why. But then you open your heart and ask for help, and you find help in certain places, and I did. And through that help, I've found a fellowship, friends, new friends, a joy. I'm able to talk and share my feelings whenever I want to. I've found faith, I've found courage, strength, hope, peace, you know, and I've let go of control totally. And there's a massive relief comes with that, and a massive feeling of something being lifted off your shoulders. I can't really put it into words. But you will find that if you do the right things. But it doesn't, you know, and the gifts will keep coming then. The first gift is your health. You know, you can't do anything without that, can you? And before you were poisoning yourself slowly and killing yourself because one drink, one drug was never enough. You know, it was always 1,000. It was always till unconsciousness or blacking out. Or for me, you know, when in my sort of end days, if you like, it was always that vicious circle of, you know, I never found any joy or happiness in drugs and alcohol in the end. All I was finding was a vicious circle, which meant, you know, waking up in the morning, craving, in withdrawal, the first thing I reached for was vodka or a pill, you know, and then the next thing I thought of immediately after that, if it was there, was money, where I was going to get money to get more. And so on and so on and so on, and day in, day out. And then just drinking to stave off withdrawal symptoms, locking myself in a room and isolating, loneliness, unhappiness, despair, lack of self-respect, disgust, self-disgust, self-hatred, loathing, all these things going through your mind every single day. Well, in sobriety, that'll just disappear eventually. It doesn't happen overnight. You know, I'm not here to say to you, you know, you put the drink and drugs down and go through your withdrawal And incidentally, look back on the channel. I've got loads of videos on drug and alcohol withdrawal, early sobriety, getting sober. Just have a look and see if there's anything there that will help you or guide you perhaps through my experiences. But yeah, you know, that vicious cycle will just disappear. And one of the main gifts, apart from your health, which obviously your health starts to improve as immediately you stop. And nothing can replace that. You know, you've only got a tiny amount of time on this planet to be unconscious for most of it and unable to look at yourself in the mirror is no way to spend it. So, you know, you'll get back your freedom once that cycle's broken. Say freedom from and freedom to, two different things altogether. Freedom from means just freedom from that daily grind and cycle and struggle to stay. I don't even know how to put it into words, but if you've been there, you'll know what I'm talking about. You know, just hoping to die, basically, curled up, vomiting blood in a state of semi-coma all day, not able to talk to your family, your friends, or look anyone in the eye, never mind yourself. That'll be broken, that cycle, obviously. And you'll have freedom from that pain, freedom from that cycle of disgust, if you like, and other freedoms as well, but freedom too as well. Freedom to do what you want during the day without having to chase around after your drug of choice or money or, I don't know, just to scrape through the day. Food, because that becomes secondary. You know, you're just eating crap and junk every minute of the day. Whatever you've got left out of your money for drugs and drink, basically, which is not much. So you're just buying shit. You know, I mean, freedom to buy decent food, freedom to live your life as you choose to live it and be the best version of yourself you can be. Freedom to do many things. Freedom to look yourself in the eye in the morning or any time you want in a mirror. Freedom to talk to your family when you want and they'll talk to you back. You know, because they'll, you know, that's the most, for me, you know, obviously my health and being alive is, of course it's important, but just to have my family back, 2 new grandchildren who'll never see me drunk or drugged. They won't, because I won't allow that to happen now. That's, you know, I saw the first one 2 weeks ago, sober, and I was sober as a judge, and happy and contented. And that's how she'll always see me. And the other one as well, my other granddaughter, and the rest of my family now. That's my promise to them and myself. And to have that family back and to talk to them whenever I want and have their love and to have my dignity and my self-respect back. These are all gifts that will come to you if you put the effort and the work in. Dignity, self-respect, you know, where were they? Just to have personal hygiene every day and take a pride in your appearance and make your bed and clean your apartments and fill yourself with nutritious food and get out and talk to people and meet friends. And like I say, over this last 2 months, I've made some friends that I know will be friends for life. And have a fellowship behind me that is a fellowship for life, that has always got my back, is always there when I need it, who doesn't judge, and there's love and there's acceptance and like for like. See you know, don't look at the difference. Look at what's the same, and you see yourself in people. And it's a beautiful thing, a beautiful gift to have. And then so much more as well, the obvious things, the obvious gifts of sobriety. You'll have more money in your pocket to do what you want to do with, buy healthy food, go and travel, see the world a bit. Freedom to buy your family gifts for their birthday, which, you know, it wasn't happening with me. You're not even a birthday card sometimes for my families. Just, you know, because you become so selfish and so in your own little bubble. You just forget. Self-seeking and ego take over. You only ever think of your next drug and drink and where the money's coming from for it. Everything else, doesn't matter how much you love and love them, or it just disappears. It goes out the window because self-seeking takes over. Self-will. It's awful and an awful place to be. For me now, it's all about sharing and giving service and kindness and consideration and doing the best I can every day. And that best will be different every single day. You know, it's just that, you know, you do your best, but your best will change every day because of circumstances going on around you. But it's okay. And it's okay not to be okay, like I say. And it's okay not to be perfect. I've always called myself perfectly imperfect, which I am, and everyone is. You know, we're all unique, and we should embrace that uniqueness, whatever it is. And I feel really grateful and blessed. I do my gratitude list every single day, pray every day. And I feel peace and joy and contentment that I've not felt before. You know, and you can find that as well. There's no doubt about that. So more gifts, money in your pocket, your job, your career. You'll be able to express yourself. The music that's inside of you, in other words, the gift that you have, you'll be able to express and share with the world if you like. Through this medium, which is a gift in itself in a way, as long as it's not abused and it's used properly. You know, you can achieve so much. The sky is the limit. The world is the limit, and you just keep growing and getting better. You know, but the main things are the basic things: health, family, self-respect, dignity, joy, freedom. You know, money in your pocket, which is, money's not important, but it is if you haven't got it. Just as food, just the same as food. You know, and you'll have all these things come back into your life, and 1,000 more things. There's not enough time on this phone or video to tell you about all the gifts of sobriety and being sober. And I'm not going to tell you and sit here and say it's easy, because it's the hardest thing you will ever do in your life. You have to be a warrior. You have to find inner strength that you never thought you possessed. And you need help. And I'll say that 1,000 times. You can't do it on your own. And don't be afraid to ask for help. Whoever it is, whatever group it is you decide to go to, you know, ask for help. Because you have to be very strong to ask for help. There's no shame in it. It's not a weakness. It's a massive strength. And you have to find it inside of yourself. And you have to realise you're powerless. And that your life is chaos and unmanageable when you're drunk and you're drugged. And that you can't just have one, and you can't moderate. Because people like us, if you're watching this video or this video's found you, can't moderate. It's impossible. You won't be able to do it. Don't think you ever can. And don't let your mind try and talk you into thinking you can. Let your gut and your heart talk to you, because they will tell you the truth. And the truth is that one drink's never, you know, 1,000 drinks are never enough. One drink's too many. And, you know, that's the type of people we are. And we are powerless against that. And once we get into that cycle, chaos and unmanageability ensue. And we have to find a way out of it. And we have to realise we need that help and ask for it. Anyway, I hope that's been of some use for you. That's just the sort of stuff that was going through my mind today. And I hope me sharing it has been of some use to it. The motto of this channel is Carpe Diem, seize the day. And you should seize every moment of every day, because it's precious and it can be snatched away from you in a heartbeat. So much love to you all out there. Stay strong, live sober, live free. Freedom. Thank you for listening. Bye-bye.